All right, we are back, and this time around, we are going to dive into the review of the game against Manchester City versus Chelsea yesterday, and after that, we are going to be pushing to the AFCON, where Nigeria is going to be facing Mozambique today. We are going to be talking about that one, and also Chelsea new coach. According to speculation, Rosenior, he arrived London yesterday, but no deal has been signed between Rosenior and Chelsea. So hopefully that we are hoping that today the deal will be concluded and he will be announced as the new manager and also ready to face Fulham on Wednesday. But let me start with the Man City review coming from Dave and Gifts. Gifts?
Okay, that was a good game for me. I least expected a draw. No, man, we already give up. Say, now Man City, Etihad in that matter, we go win because Man City they are one of the contenders of the Premier League, and looking at them drawing against Chelsea in Etihad, that was crazy. But it was a good game from the boys. They tried their best. There was nothing really special because for me, I did not see anything really special. But I'm only confident on some players' improvement lately, which we have been emphasizing back to back. Talking about Gusto. This is not the first time I'm emphasizing on Gusto's improvement lately. Gusto has been doing amazing in our past games, and seeing him yesterday having that wonderful cross. Gusto was our avatar when the world thought it was over. A man with the master of four elements that can play the defensive midfield, the right back, the left back, and the attacking midfield. He had to come up and he delivered us greatly. And that was a good one from Gusto. But talking about the boys, how they played, there was nothing really special. But I was so shocked not seeing Sanchez impose. I said, I said, oh God, nothing we don't go see you. Chelsea and new system day by day. But from the defense line, I think there was a bit of stability in the defense. Starting with Ashempong, Shaloba, Badashil, and Gusto from the left, right? And the midfield, Pierin, Santos, and
I think it was James. James
Enzo. And Enzo.
Yeah.
Then playing Palmer. Everything was stable. But my problem in that game was Neto. You see, Neto, just have been emphasizing on Gusto's improvement. So I've been emphasizing on the failures of Neto lately. The other day when I think we were on podcast, or was it like a face-to-face argument between me and some group of people? Somebody was boldly telling me that Neto is my best player this season. I was like, guy, are you crazy? What are you saying? That Neto is my best player this season. I'd rather give it to Sanchez than to give it to Neto. This season, you're giving Neto my best player. No, I can't take that. Neto has been...
But he's in the debate.
Yes, it can be debated.
He's the highest goal scorer so far.
Highest goal scorer, and I can also put it that Sanchez has been much awesome. That's why I had to name Sanchez. It's better I even give it to James than to give it to Neto. For what are you telling me that Neto is my best player this season? With the shit he has been playing in the last 4-5 games, the inconsistency, poor finishing, inaccuracy in terms of crossing. No. Your running is not enough. Check Doku now. Doku they run. But aside from the running, there is a way you clear the defense. Give us that space for the defense. We could do something. Talking about João Pedro, I don't know what to say about him, but the person that really surprised me again yesterday was Delap. You know, sometimes when they bring Delap, you go say, God. If they add to the problem of the club, or like one more will lose the game, or one more will win the game. But Delap coming in, he had a different aura yesterday, and we just want to see these improvements. Yes, we know that we are having so much pressure this period. Looking at the fact that we lost our big coach, now we lost him out of the team in the sense that he decided to leave us. But when everyone decides to improve personally, what will kind of our mind say, we as players, we need to make our fans happy. We cannot look the board. We cannot look us. Because now we the day emotionally downcasted when we they lose. Una they collect our money, but we now our emotions how they use follow una. Keep on giving us improvement. Look at how to coming in yesterday. Look at the goal how to save us from yesterday. I was surprised. I was like, is this Hato? The Hato that I've been calling a shit for how many months now just saved my nets. And that's good. If everybody improves, even as Liam is coming, because I know for sure, 90% sure that Liam will be the next coach of Chelsea, we are going to do well. It depends on the improvement of the players, but it was a good game yesterday. A good one from Enzo. A good one, not really good from Palmer. Palmer, you were not awesome. I don't want to just highlight everything about the game. Let me leave it for Big Dave.
Okay, thank you. My observation from that game yesterday, it was Chelsea, drawing that match, or should I say playing a little bit well, was based off from individual performances from some people,
Yeah.
not the entire team. I don't think the entire team played really well or they gelled well under that coach. Just like you said, the Gustos, um, Achempong, from when he played the first half, I think Achempong was okay for me. But Badashiu, apart from the goal, and most people will want to point fingers at Badashi. I won't really point fingers at Badashi being the reason why we conceded that goal. Because he did what he was supposed to do as a defender.
Yeah.
Guide the player, but don't knock the player out. It was unfortunate that his leg could not block the shot. And the next thing is for the goalkeeper to save. And if the goalkeeper cannot save you, there's nothing else you want to say. It's not his fault. So, but apart from that scenario, Badashi was awesome. Badashi also helped in the defense. In my opinion, another player that also stood out for me was James. He also played very well yesterday. I think I mentioned Gusto, right?
No, you've not mentioned Gusto.
I mentioned Gusto. Gusto was the first person I mentioned.
Okay.
Gusto. Estevan wasn't really in the game for me. I wish he played more. I wish he came into the second half and played more. But, however, I don't think I wasn't really impressed from his performance. Joao Pedro also. Neto and Kopama. We talked about Chelsea having a very, very poor defense this season. But we forget that, okay, I said it last time, I said the best form of defending is attacking.
Yeah.
And when you don't have good attackers who will progress ball for you, who when they have a chance, they score goals to kill games and to destabilize their opponents, then there's a problem. Now, you talking about Neto is just funny because at the end of the day, if you're talking about our best winger so far, in terms of stats, you still mention Neto. He has the goals. Somehow he has more of the work rate.
You can call him the best winger, but you cannot call him the best player currently in Chelsea.
No. I'm not going to delve. I'm not going to argue on that. But the best winger so far. What my point is that our best winger so far is the one giving us issues and problems currently now. And this is why you see, I will still go back to the reason why we needed depth. We needed experience in the squad. You don't expect your best player at that moment to be playing every time. Like when I mean every time, to be on his best every time. It can happen. Somebody can give you 5 good games and in the next 2 games the person is shit. You need to have a very good replacement for that person. Now we complain of Palmer. Palmer so far, since he came back from the injury, we've not really seen the Palmer that we know. Just that Palmer has class. Whether or not he's in form. That's say I be class player, I be world class player. He did there. But if we had somebody who was able enough, when I mean able enough, somebody will mention Bonanote. No. Not be Bonanote we go fit replace. When I mean replace Palmer. When we say if he play, we'll be happy that Palmer is not even there. Even if Palmer is not there, we'll be happy that okay, somebody is there to replace the Palmer. So this is the issue. Neto now was not playing very well. Even though I expected the coach to just say, okay, more manage. Even though the Garnacho self, I don't believe say Garnacho will fit do much for that game. But at least change him. Neto is not in the game. Neto missed a whole lot of chance for us. Look at that sitter. Now go where we see anybody if he just and he was at his left foot, his favorite foot. Slots the ball inside the net. You sky him. You put that for sky. Doesn't make any sense. Several chances he had. Where I think it was Enzo or I don't know whether it was Enzo or Delap or Palmer that gave him the ball. This is a ball where we say for that angle we go wire shot inside net. Where the shot first, we no say na keeper away save him or he hit bar. You understand? So this is the same thing I even feel like Liam Rosenior might face when it comes to Chelsea.
Yeah, the inconsistencies.
Yes, exactly. Because me, I believe say I'm not that type of person that will say, oh, Liam Rosenior will not do well. We will go see and I go see say he no go do well. Liam Rosenior might start winning games for us. But the issue and the long-standing question is stability. There will be no stability in the squad. This Chelsea's whole thing is just like, it will work for now. But on the later on, you will begin to see so many deficiencies. It's not stabilized enough. But I think one of the things I appreciate the boys yesterday was the fighting spirit. I think
Yeah,
there was that fighting spirit in them. They did not play like it was City that they are scared of City. We are trying to respect City. That was one thing I was angry with Maresca last season when we played City. We played a very bad City side last season, and then they went ahead to win us because I think the coach there, as at then, respected them a lot. But in that game, Chelsea was just, let's take the game out to the boys. I was not expecting Chelsea to have more possession, of course. It's City's home.
Exactly.
City will have more of the possession. But Chelsea took the fight out at City. Very, very impressive few minutes from Liam Delap. I just wish he becomes consistent with the performances. That's my 2 cents on that.
Wow, 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 wow. That was good. That was good. That was a clear observation from the game yesterday. I'm talking about Liam Rosenior. You guys have already chipped in some certain things about Liam Rosenior, but I want to say this. Do you think Liam is he not another Maresca and this thing? Like, is he a coach that we are hoping that he's going to stay, or later on we'll still get to see another change saying that he's not up for the task, like just like the Maresca thing. He agreed first to the project. Then later on, after winning two trophies, later on he say he cannot, that he need experience, he need this, he need that. But you agree to the deal. So do you think Liam case won't repeat like Enzo Maresca when the results start coming and when he starts noticing some changes in the team, which he believes that this is Chelsea and Chelsea needs to be at that level?
Okay, first of all, every coach wants to win.
Yeah.
First, to the glory of themselves. Because at the end of the day, when their career is finished, they will say, this coach, I won so and so with this team. I played 80-something games. I won 70 out of 80, So I don't see anything different than what happened with Maresca. I don't see anything different. It will still happen. It might still happen to Liam Rosenior, unless the guy won't just manage. Nothing concern me. Make I just manage the way. It's depending on him now. But there is no ambitious coach today that will be satisfied with whatever the board is offering. No ambitious coach will be satisfied. Like I said, Liam Rosenior can come in, hit the ground running. Chelsea might be winning games, but everybody knows that there will be no stability in the squad. At the end of the day, you still have to add 1 or 2 experienced or 3 experienced players in that squad. And if the board is not ready to give him that, at some point he will be tired. Because the pressure at Chelsea, remember that whenever Chelsea is losing, okay, imagine what was happening with the whole medical, they said the medical team, blah, 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 blah. We're all pointing hands at one man, Maresca, whereas it wasn't really Maresca. You understand?
Yeah.
The fingers will be pointing at him because he's the coach. So at the end of the day, if he cannot handle that level of pressure, you say, look guys, see, I want to win, I want to compete, and this pressure is mounting on me because I'm coaching Chelsea. Is it that you guys give me what you want or I leave? This is what happened with Poch, happened with Maresca now, and I don't see anything different happening to Liam Rosenior. It might still happen to him.
For me, I think there might be a little difference because Liam has already been part of this project in terms of the Blue Co. That's Chelsea partnering with Strasbourg. That's the Blue Co. And he has been there with Strasbourg. Same project is ongoing for Strasbourg. And same project is ongoing here for Chelsea. I remember like some months ago whereby he was trying to raise alarm for the owners to like attend to the issues of giving him a bit of experienced players. Yeah, I remember that situation. I hope you all remember that situation when he was like, I need experienced players. I don't want to use more of these young players. But since he finally adapted to the situation in Strasbourg,
How did he adapt?
he continued now. There was no complaint.
Where then they?
Like Maresca's own. No, they did not get him the players, but he still used the boys he's using.
To do what now?
To continue with the competition.
Did he win the competition?
He did not win the
Did he
competition.
qualify for Champions League?
He did not qualify for Champions
and at
League.
Strasbourg.
But
then
he,
they come Chelsea. He expects him to continue like that. It's a different thing, guy.
yeah, I know it's a different thing, but the truth is that the rate of players we have at Chelsea, they are way experienced or more experienced than what he has at Strasbourg.
you might say they are more experienced than what they have at Strasbourg.
Strasbourg,
but
yes.
not experienced for the league they are playing in.
Yeah, I accept that. But see, for me, I really don't see these entire issues to be based on the manager and the board. I also find these issues to be more of the inconsistencies of the players. Now, you're talking about the squad depth when you're saying that is why we need more squad depth and talking about experience. Now, when you said that, my mind went straight to Arsenal. I watched Arsenal playing which game did they play before Bournemouth?
I think it's Brighton.
That was Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Playing Aston Villa without Declan Rice. And we see the flow of the game. See very stable and they say came out victorious. Now see watching Arsenal playing Bournemouth without Eze. In fact, Eze, look at Eze.
He's never played
Eze never even played like 3-4 games now. But he's a very good player. If Eze come either of this club, whether Chelsea or Strasbourg, for any of these clubs, he go see do well. Now, the problem is more of the inconsistencies of the players. And the injury issue that we are having also.
Gift, you just said one thing and then you now delve into another thing. Now you talked about Arsenal.
Yes.
You said Arsenal played well without Declan Rice.
Yes.
Was it not because they had a very good replacement for Declan Rice? How did they get that good replacement?
Each of our positions, we have replacements for each of them.
Good replacements. We want to more contrast.
No. They're doing it for that. For sure. Arsenal replacements, they far better than our replacements.
What did they tell me? I will pick what even the North guard ahead of Santos any day. Currently now, forget what Santos do for the last match.
But the truth is, you know, we still neglect the fact that Arsenal players and they're very consistent. You don't neglect that one.
Yes.
But our players, one thing we worry them when at the level of inconsistency.
That is why they need extreme competition. Look at Madueke now. See Madueke for Arsenal. Yes, if it does say Madueke never scored one goal yet, but don't forget the goal that Gabriel scored against Bournemouth.
Yes.
Kudos to Madueke. It was more as if Saka will not even send Saka again. Because there is competition.
And in need game time. So you need to fight for them.
At Chelsea, where's the competition? Where's the competition at Chelsea? Not everybody just they play like say. See, when you get players who say go compete with the ones where they other ones will sit up. And just like I said, I don't expect, for example, a player like who is the best player at Chelsea? Okay, let's say James. If James loses form now, I will not feel too bad. But where I will wait go pay me be say no, what they feel in that shoe of James. That is why we need that experienced player.
So in all, Liam Rosenior case.
I don't see anything different on the long run. On the long run, I don't see anything different unless he just wants to be a yes, sir.
For
yes,
me,
sir.
I feel
yes,
that's what he
sir.
wants
yes,
to
sir.
be. Because he has already, before him accepting this contract for Chelsea, he has already experienced the same thing at Strasbourg.
See, let me tell you, in respect of the fact that you would think Liam Rosenior wants to be a yes sir man, one thing you will understand is that young coaches of nowadays want to build portfolio. You see Enzo Maresca, Chelsea has given him a good CV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, because of the CV he has gotten and also the link up to Man City, because with what we are hearing right now, Pep is likely to leave this summer. And him leaving this summer, the next coach that they will look in the market is Enzo Maresca. If Liam sit at Chelsea be doing yes, and you are losing games, you are sitting at number 15 in the table, you are not in any big competition.
God forbid.
And you want him to continue doing yes, sir. He will leave.
God forbid it.
Because his image, his CV is at
Yeah,
stake.
Thank you.
that's it.
Thank you. That's why I said, first of all, every coach, first of all, wants to win for their own glory of their own career.
All right. Let's push over. Nigeria versus Mozambique. The round of 16. Morocco escaped it. I'm a piano. It a shake.
You want these South African people? No.
Wait. South Africa, is this what you want to go and play in the World Cup? South Africa.
If you talk and go, be like say shame they catch him because at least they go feature for World Cup. But we now we no go enter flight when they go US. So just leave them at that. Leave them at that.
Nigeria, Mozambique.
Is this something we should talk about so
Yes, of course. Mozambique is very underrated, though, in my own opinion.
much? It's because they are not good.
they're actually not good to the standard of like the quality of Nigeria players.
Yeah.
But we cannot still underrate them. I think Nigeria, when it comes to playing some of all these small national teams, small teams, so we say they know the ring for air, I think they tend to slack a bit. You know, our worst game, should I say, let me say our worst game in the group stage was Tanzania, and Tanzania was the least team we played. Maybe if you compare Tanzania and Uganda, I don't know who would be the worst. But I'll say Tanzania actually.
Was
You understand? So for me, it's all about not underrating the Mozambique team. For them to have come this far, I think they have the fighting spirit to make it to the next round, to the next stage. That's why I love what Eric Chell did. Yes, I know that a lot of people are shouting and they are quarreling because he closed. In fact, he pursued all the content creators, all the journalists from. He pursued all of them from the tactical, the training or something. And I think it's needed. At some point, it's needed to make the players not feel distracted. In as much as there are times for the journalists to come and do their media rounds and everything. You understand? But him doing that, I think the players need every bit of concentration. I've been watching a lot of content online. I'm not against people doing content with Nigerian players, but I feel like sometimes it's distracting.
exactly
Because the type of content is doesn't relate with anything.
football.
The match they want to play. You see somebody asking you a question, rank between this player and this one. In an AFCON tournament, bro, we need to be serious. We are playing a tournament. We want to win this tournament. We want to bring back the trophy. And you are doing things like this. So for me, I think it's commendable in as much as it's going to offend a lot of people who left their various houses to travel to Morocco. But I still feel that they will still have their own media rounds, you understand? But for what he did, it shows that he's serious. He's not underrating Mozambique. He's serious for the Mozambique game. So at the end of the day, I still believe Nigeria is going to win or advance through.
Yeah, I think I'll go with what Big Dave has said. He has said more. He has made most of the major points. But I've already built this confidence in me from the starting of the AFCON that we are bringing this home. So any game that we are facing, so far as they are lesser team, I just believe that it's a win for us. So I don't have much to contemplate about the game, but all I just have to say is that the boys, they have to wake up. We have to come back with the trophy. This is just the round of 16. We have to hit out these boys. You see Senegal winning 3-1 against Sudan, and we are seeing Cameroon with the quality of players they have, knowing that South Africa does not have that quality of players. Looking at the likes of Mbemo, Amadialo. No, Amadialo is from Ivory Coast, sorry. Mbemo, let me just call the Mbemo playing for a team like Manchester United. Baleba, yes, Baleba. And the quality of Baleba as a defensive midfielder or as a central midfielder. Coming to Nigeria, look at the quality we have. Iwobi, Chukwueze, Osimhen. Look, you people, in fact, any arguments, in fact, go in this one is an offense.
No, that one is short in Nigeria.
But I know this one, we are winning this. It will be an easy match for us.
All right, Nigeria versus Mozambique. Going by record, Nigeria has a very good record with Mozambique. Our last 3 games with Mozambique, they never see our back. Talk more of draw. You understand? So, what are we saying? It's not something that we'll debate about, but nevertheless, you cannot underrate them right now in this current AFCON competition. You might be saying that you have a good record with this particular team, but when that time comes, that record will be broken. You understand? I remember how when Chelsea wanted to play Man City yesterday, people brought out the list. In the last 14 games, even last season, Chelsea's never even a poor Man City side play Chelsea home and away. We did not see a draw. So it was more like we were in the Lions Den in Man City, Etihad Stadium. So in respect of the fact that we might be saying Nigeria will beat Mozambique, Mozambique if we come Lions Den, we still kill Lion. So we have to be serious in this game, but I'm tipping Nigeria to win.
For sure, Nigeria to win.
Thank you very much, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I remember your humble boy Peters.
My name is Big Dave.
And my name is Gifto.